You're watching Single Process with Joe and Bob, a video series bringing you the experts to help you go from a we to a me. Our episode today is on dating and how to meet people.
Yeah, it's harder than you think, right? We've talked about this before, but you don't get set up on dates. You've actually got to put some effort into this.
It is a little bit of a work, an effort.
It is.
Yep.
It shocks me. So one of the people, we've had dating experts before, but we have a true matchmaker. Somebody who takes the time to meet both parties and match you up. I think that's a really interesting process if you're struggling to meet the kind of people that you want.
Mr. and Mrs. Right.
Mr. and Mrs. Right, that's right. So we have Julia Bekker, who is a matchmaker and dating expert out of New York City. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome, ladies. Thank you for having me.
So Julia, why don't you start telling us what you do specifically?
Okay, so I am a matchmaker, aka a love hunter.
Oh.
I prefer to consider myself more of a headhunter for love and relationships, because that's pretty much exactly what it is. I have clients and I have candidates. I set up my clients with what they're looking for.
Do both pay you, both the man and the woman?
Nope. The way that I work is my clients are men. They pay me the big bucks to do the searching and the vetting for them. And the women are my candidates.
Okay.
It's interesting because I would prefer it the other. I mean, assuming I had the money to do it, I prefer it the other way around. But every matchmaker I've spoken to works this way.
Well, most matchmakers work this way. Not every. There are some that do take women as clients. Every once in a blue moon, I do.
Well, this is probably because the men got the money in the divorce, right?
Not necessarily. There are many women with money that come to me that want me to take them on as the matchmaker, but it's just the way that I work. It's the way I've been working for a long time.
Okay.
So the guy comes to you and you really try and understand what he's looking for. And with the women, do you go through the same process, the candidate?
Yes, of course. I get to know both parties because I don't want to waste anyone's time. I'm not going to set up my client with someone that he would like, knowing that she won't like him, because that's a waste of his time and her time, and mine.
You told me in the interview, before the pre-interview, that sometimes it takes months to find the right match for someone.
Yeah, I can.
So that's true matchmaking. Like you're waiting, you're hunting for the right, you're not just fixing them up with somebody single that you have in your roster.
No, I don't just throw whatever sticks at them, whatever I have in my database. He's Jewish, she's Jewish, he needs a date, she needs a date. No.
Okay.
I really consider who they are, what they want, and what they need.
Yes, yes.
Do you do some coaching around the whole dating process, relationship building?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you get a dud that needs some help, like what do you do with him?
Some people I make him not a dud.
Fellas, if you're looking to not be a dud, call me.
Yeah, because everyone has something amazing about them. Everyone is special in their own way, and I help just bring that out, really.
Okay, I like that.
Is everybody worth matching?
Everyone deserves love.
Yeah.
And if you ask me that question, I am selective with who I choose to work with for different reasons. One of which being sometimes people are very delusional with their expectations.
Oh, okay.
I think expectations plays into any of this dating stuff. You've got to have realistic expectations about who you are before you can work out who you should be with.
And I think it's your job to stretch them and to say, listen, I know that she may not be your type physically, but you're going to really like her for these reasons. Or, right?
And then most of the time, half my job is resetting people's expectations and helping them see what it is that they need and what is good for them.
So, okay, matchmaking sounds like one very good way to meet people. What else are we doing? Online dating?
There's so many outlets. There's so many ways, platforms these days of meeting people. The biggest one being dating apps.
Mm-hmm. Are you a fan of those? I mean, obviously you're a matchmaker. That's your preference.
I think that it's a great way to meet people that you otherwise wouldn't be meeting. I think that people might rely too much on them, and it can get overwhelming and distracting. So you really have to do it the right way. And if you meet someone on an app that you're into, I would say take a pause and get to know them and stop going on dates with a million other people. People can also get greedy.
And keep meeting and meeting and meeting and
keep
meeting and
looking
meeting.
for the next best thing. What's behind door number 2, 3, 4, and 500? You know?
Okay, so if you're not into online dating and you're not into matchmaking, what else can you do? If you just want to meet people in real life, you know, I mean, where do you go? What do you do?
You go wherever you like to go. And you go out, you put yourself out there, you get social. If you have no one to go out and be social with, you go out by yourself. And actually going out alone enables you to meet more people than you would think.
Really?
Than you would probably if you were out with other people, because it could be intimidating to be approached if you're in a group, or you're unapproachable if you're sitting in the corner with your girlfriends just eating dinner, you know.
And if someone hits on you that you're not interested in, what should you say?
You can talk to them and just have a fun conversation. It doesn't mean that you're obligated to date them or give them your phone number.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
This is good. I like it. I like that there's more options than you would think. Like the
There
going out
are.
alone idea, I actually wouldn't have thought about that one. So it's a good option.
Yeah,
Seems
I mean,
intimidating to me.
It is intimidating to a lot of people, to most people. But if you do something like just go to a bar or a restaurant and sit at the bar, have your glass of wine or whatever it is that you drink or do, and you know, have your dinner or your lunch, you'd be surprised who's sitting next to you or who's sitting at the end of the bar.
Great advice. Thank you so much for being with us. So for more information on how to date and where to meet people, check us out on thesingleprocess.com.